What's up guys, hope you're all doing great. Now I'm back with another video where I answer one of your questions. It's been a while since I've done one of these, and yeah, got a really good one. Someone's actually asked, when is the best time to buy and sell singles or sealed product? And that is an interesting question, actually, to be fair, because it all does really depend. So let's go and take a look at each one individually. Okay, right, let's take a look at single cards. So single cards, best time to buy single cards? Well, as a rule, a good time to buy single cards when the market gets flooded with Pokemon cards is when people are cracking open packs. When the market gets a massive influx full of booster boxes and restocks, then people are cracking open packs left, right and center, and the market just gets flooded with a ton of singles, from the normal rares and stuff all the way up to the really top end, super secret rare cards, like the VMAX, Rayquaza OR and stuff like that. Those type of cards, they drop. Okay, we've seen it time and time again when a big, printing comes out. So first wave tends to be small, second wave tends to be massive, and then we see it drop quite a bit. Brilliant Stars is a prime example. We see a lot of Brilliant Stars being open right now, and the prices are dropping. It is now a good time to pick them up. Yeah, we've seen that with Evolving Skies. You take a look at the, just a card which I wouldn't even expect, like the Leafeon VMAX OR. Here in the UK was around £60, and it's just skyrocketed, absolutely crazy. In fact, I think it was even less than £65, to be honest, when this big second wave hit. And same with the Umbreon stuff. So like I say, that's a good time to buy. Now, a bad time to buy is pre-release time. Okay, now believe it or not, that's the best time to sell a single card. But it is bad to buy a card during pre-release because the hype's there. No one else can get them unless you want to get these pre-release kits. And you might as well just wait, guys. We saw the Rainbow Charizard V-Star from Brilliant Stars on eBay before the set came out for over £400, and it sold. Now you imagine if you waited maybe 3 weeks, then you could have picked it up for a third of the price. It just doesn't seem worth it, if you know what I mean. It just really doesn't. So if you do open it in a pre-release, like if you manage to get hold of some and you get it early and you pull one of these cards, just sell it, because you could probably pick up at least one or two more down the line. It's just like, it's a no-brainer if you do open them. But I would try and avoid buying them. That's always the bad thing. I never buy single cards at pre-order prices. Never. Guys, with Pokemon, it's a more of a collector's thing. Now obviously the TCG and the actual gameplay aspect has financial impact as well. Obviously, if it's really good in the TCG, then that will bump up the price, and then when it cycles out of play in the TCG, then it will go back down, and it will try and rely on that collectability of it. Whereas in other TCGs, which I collect and play as well, the gameplay aspect fully influences the price and value of a particular card. So it's a bit different in Pokemon, obviously. So that's probably my suggestion for buying single cards and selling single cards. If you're buying them, wait for a big restock to happen. And if they continuously are dropping in value, then that's usually a good indication of picking them up. And then selling them, I would say when you get a pre-release kit, or you go into a pre-release, you get them early, or even within the first, I would say, couple of days of release, that is the best time to sell these cards. Okay, right, let's talk about sealed products. All right, sealed products. When's the best time to buy sealed products? It's tricky. It always is tricky, because you're not too sure when a reprint or a restock is coming, how large of a reprint or a restock is coming, and you just got to kind of go for it. That's the thing. Now, I always say buying, sealed product upon release is probably not the best bet. Take Brilliant Stars as an example. If you bought Brilliant Stars when it first came out, pre-order prices here in the UK were around maybe £125, £130 a box, and I've seen them, selling for as little as £110. I managed to pick mine up for £110. Could we see a bigger reprint down the line? Yeah, the set's just come out, so we could be seeing the box maybe even drop to as low as £100. So in all honesty, I would probably wait. We saw that with Evolving Skies and Chill and Rain stuff, where Chill and Rain actually got quite expensive here in the UK. I think it went as high as like £130, £140, and then they had a massive reprint and it just plummeted, went all the way down to what, less than £100 a box. So it's tricky. It really is tricky. And then you got other things like Hidden Fates, which just keeps going up and up and up. So it's like, at what point do I then buy in? Will there be a restock? Will I end up paying, £95 an ETB, and then it gets a reprint and it's back down to 65, 70. It kind of is what it is, but it's whether or not you decide to pull the trigger kind of thing and go in on that product. So it's never always a best time to buy, but there are ways to avoid a loss, if you know what I mean. So that usually tends to be when the product first gets released. Another one is like limited edition premium products, so like the Marnie milk carton and the EV VMAX boxes. Now the EV VMAX boxes, I got stung by that one. I kind of jumped in when it came out. I missed the actual retail price release. I picked them up on the secondary market. Stung by it because there was literally a restock like 2-3 weeks later. But it is what it is. Whereas the Marnie milk carton, if you manage to pick that up for retail, that is a great product to pick up. Yeah, things like that. So limited edition products are usually pretty good. Obviously the ultra premium one is kind of an interesting one. Obviously if you manage to pick up retail, you're absolutely laughing, but then you might have got stung if you paid £300 on it, because right now it tends to be around 240, 250. So yeah, limited edition products are usually pretty good to pick up upon release at retail, whereas normal sets like booster boxes and stuff like that, probably just hold off and kind of wait 2-3 months for a big release, restock to come out. That will be a good time to pick them up. Now, a good time to sell product, I mean, it's entirely up to you. If you need the funds, then absolutely just sell them. Don't try and hold on to them. But it's interesting. I mean, at what point do you need the money? I think that's probably the only time you would need to sell, is if you actually need the money. There isn't really a best time to sell. Try not to sell when there's a dip. That's the best time to buy. Whereas selling them, if you feel like you need the money, then sell it. If not, then keep hold of it, because as a rule, it tends to go up even more over time anyway, especially on a much older products. I mean, obviously vintage products are ridiculously high anyway, but like Evolving Skies, you have a booster box of Evolving Skies. I said this before, I think that's going to go up really, really high. And same with Celebrations ETBs, that's going to be like Generations. It's going to go up over time. So just try and hold off on selling them. Obviously, life comes along and can get you to sell it, which it just happens sometimes. I've had to do that in the past. It's just one of those things. But yeah, I would say best time to buy is maybe like the second wave, especially for booster boxes. Best time to sell is obviously when you need the money. And one other good time to buy sealed product is when it's on a dip. When it's super cheap, like Chin and Rain, that is a brilliant time to pick up a set, for sure. And then one more question I had was kind of like, what is the best set to make profit on? Now, it depends, in all honesty. If you're looking at modern products right now that you can pick up online or, from TCG Player Anywhere like that, Evolving Skies is your best bet. If I had to say the best product for the long haul, Evolving Skies is the best Sword and Shield era product to pick up for a profit down the line. Now, with all of these guys, I would say that this is for long term, okay? We're not talking about 6 months, 12 months down the line. We are talking years. I would say at least a minimum of 5 years. You can hold a product for 5 years. That will give you a good indication of the value of the product going up over time. And if you take a look at some of the older sets, like Sun and Moon era or XY era, they have gone up over time. You've got to give it time. You cannot flip a product. I think we've gone past the time of scalping now, really. It's really difficult for you to buy a booster box or buy an ETB. Let's say you bought an ETB, comes out £50 and you're like, oh yeah, sweet. Supply is really hard to get hold of. And then 2-3 weeks later, you can sell it for £70. Kind of long gone are those times. I feel like things are getting back to normal now. Pandemic caused it to be really tough. But now things are getting a little bit better. We've seen it in booster boxes. We've seen it in stores. They're stocking product all over the show. However, Evolving Skies is a really great pickup. I also feel like Chin and Rain is a really good pickup to get as well. And Hidden Fates. Those are the three I feel like are great. Celebrations, again, it's another good one to get long term. I would forget about quick, easy turnover money. I wouldn't even bother. I don't do it. I don't see the point in it. I like to collect. I like to look at my collection down the line and be like, 1, this looks awesome, and 2, if I ever need to sell it, I know I've actually made money on it. So that's really, really good, good thing to do. As with any form of investing and stuff like that, it's just long term. It is just long term. It is hold now, go through the dips, the highs, the lows. Just if you need the money, you need to sell. If you can afford it and it's on the dip, then buy it, in all honesty. But yeah, I think to answer that question, best set right now, Evolving Skies, 100%. Right guys, so there you have it. If you've got any questions, let me know down in the comments. Either message me on Discord or on Instagram, or even send a email through my website and I'll get back to you. And if it's a really cool question I haven't really answered, I can make a video on like this, I'll make a video. Yeah, let me know down in the comments if you've got any more questions. Also, let me know down in the comments, what do you think is the best set right now or best sale product right now to make profit? I go Evolving Skies. Let me know what you think. Anyway guys, if you like this video, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe for more Pokemon content. And as always guys, thank you all so much for watching. You guys are legends, and I'll see you all in the next one.